I'm Reece at your leisure on the tiny island country of Malta, the first stop on our crisscross adventure around the Mediterranean. And what Malta lacks in size, it more than makes up for in thousands of years of history. If you like old stuff, amazing cities, and breathtaking scenery, little Malta delivers big. We visit Stone Age temples near the capital of Valletta, which likely witnessed animal sacrifice as long as 5,000 years ago. Artifacts show these ancient people were skilled craftsmen and had an artistic flair. Why, they may even have invented the miniskirt. These temples are actually older than the pyramids, older than Stonehenge. Malta has been a popular place for many millennia. 3,000 years ago, the Phoenicians built the walled city of Medina, which stood as Malta's capital until the 1500s. Here it is said St. Paul came ashore after being shipwrecked. The cathedral is in his honor. A leisurely stroll down Republic Street in Valletta is a walk through a museum of Baroque architecture with quaint shops and cafes lining the pedestrian mall, an open-air monument left by the Knights of St. John nearly 5 centuries ago. The plain exterior of the co-cathedral of St. John gives way to an elaborately decorated interior with every inch covered in artwork or gold leaf. In a side chapel where cameras aren't allowed, Caravaggio's masterpiece, The Beheading of St. John the Baptist. A short walk to the gardens built for the Knights of St. John 350 years ago provides breathtaking views of the Grand Harbor, maybe the most beautiful in the Mediterranean, with the saluting battery ready to welcome the next dignitary to town. A brief stop, but enough to fuel a hunger to spend more time exploring Malta, maybe even a stop by the palace to say howdy to the Prime Minister. But our cruise presses on to Tunis, Tunisia, on the coast of North Africa. Patrol boats armed to the gills surrounded our ship to escort us safely into the harbor. But the warm Tunisians welcome us with open arms, a brass band, and of course, camels. Why the big deal about security? Well, just 2 years ago, terrorists shot up our first stop, the Bardo Museum, killing 22 tourists and wounding 50. The museum, now with added security, houses a fantastic collection of Roman mosaics salvaged from ruins along the Mediterranean coast. But I came to Tunis to see Carthage, capital of an empire that dominated the Mediterranean in the first 1,000 years BC, home of Hannibal, of elephants over the Alps fame, one of antiquity's greatest generals. But these ruins at Carthage are not Carthaginian. This is not the Carthage of Hannibal's time. That was destroyed in the 2nd century BC. This is Roman Carthage. Rome attacked Carthage in 146 BC, enslaved the citizens, burned and buried the town, and built a Roman city in its place. 2,000 years later, only these Roman ruins remain. We also visit more recent Tunis, the souks, an 800-year-old maze of streets and alleys filled with shops of every kind. Our visit ends with a salute to the 2,841 American servicemen buried at the North African American Cemetery, honoring soldiers who died liberating the region from the Nazis in World War II. On to Algiers, capital of Algeria, where we're greeted not by guns, but by cameras. We're only the second large cruise ship to visit this new tourist destination, and the tug captains are in awe. In the harbor, we must negotiate a flotilla of Olympic-style racing shells before embarking on our Algerian adventure. We are treated to a walking tour of the Casbah, Algiers' ancient, mysterious, walled inner city of twisty, turny streets. Come with me to the Casbah. Casbah, loosely translated from the Arabic, means lost tourist. Around every corner, we find a tiny shop. Mustafa is master of metal artwork, while Brahia creates colorful ceramics. A proud Casbah resident shows off his baby, while a couple of youngsters scurry away to play peekaboo with my camera. 2 escorts packing serious heat ensure our safety. We're invited into a traditional Casbah home for mint tea and a taste of Casbah life. Both our local guides are longtime residents of the Casbah.
I am a girl of the Casbah. I was born in the Casbah. I'm still living in the Casbah, so I played in the street when I used to be a child, okay? So I never hope to leave the Casbah.
And we hope to return someday. There are so many more mysteries of the Mediterranean to explore. Reece Stein at your leisure in Algiers, Algeria.